Welcome to Golden Gate Media, your gateway to innovative multimedia. We create captivating experiences that elevate your brand. Photo and video production, social media management, content creation, digital marketing, event promotion, and media relations. Unlock the potential of your brand. Contact us today and step into the world of innovative multimedia. Macro Financial, your financial solutions made simple. At Macro Financial, we understand the importance of offering assistance when you need it most. Personal loans, emergency loans, first-time home buyer deposits, and fly now, pay later options. Get the support you need. Macro Financials, empowering your financial journey.
Step into beauty's embrace at Eden Spa and Skin Clinic, where every moment is a celebration of your unique beauty. Discover a curated collection of treatments, each designed to accentuate your natural radiance, tailored to bring out the best in you. Eden Spa and Skin Clinic. Your journey to beauty begins here.
The views and opinions expressed in this show are those of the hosts and guests and do not necessarily reflect the views of AG and Associates, its subsidiaries, or its affiliates. We value diverse perspectives and open discussion, fostering a platform for thoughtful conversation.
Hello, and welcome to the highly anticipated Season 3 premiere of All Good, where we're kicking off with triple the excitement and triple the positivity. I'm Abby, ready to dive deep into all good things good.
And I'm Jem, your partner in spreading 3 times the happiness, 3 times the love. Get ready for a season filled with triple the joy on the All Good Show.
right, Jem. Season 3, here we come.
I feel like the show is going on forever.
I know.
We are the longest running local show here in Calgary.
Absolutely, and so proud. And I would like to say this from the bottom of my heart, and I know Jem would say this as well. Thank you to the team of Golden Gate Productions. Thank you so much for all the hard work that you're trying to do to make sure that this show is going to be viral right now.
Indeed.
Internationally watched, and we wanted to provide more inspiration to all our viewers as well. And of course, ZRM Studios for lending us their studio
Oh my
for
goodness.
the show.
I think we should shout out that small place in Ilocos where they
Yes.
actually stop during recess to watch our show.
To Peralta Elementary School. Guys, thank you so much for watching the show. Thank you so much for telling your neighbors and the whole town to watch the show. Shout out to ex-barangay captain Charis. Thank you so much for keeping the show alive in Puruganan, Dingras, Ilocos Norte.
Yes, indeed. So now it's time for us to dive into some uplifting news from around the globe. Bring it on, Glorife.
Kicking Horse Canyon's final phase of construction begins this spring. After years of planning and execution, the Kicking Horse Canyon construction project along the Trans-Canada Highway in British Columbia is nearing completion with final touches scheduled to commence this spring and summer. The long-awaited Phase 4 project kicked off on Tuesday, April 2nd. As part of the construction, the highway was reduced to one lane in each direction, leading to lane closures and short delays for commuters. Motorists traversing the area during the construction period from April 2nd to June 25th will encounter a reduced speed limit of 50 kilometers per hour to ensure safety on the thoroughfare. With the project entering its final phase, officials urge commuters to stay informed about the scheduled lane closures and associated traffic disruptions. A detailed calendar and additional information can be accessed on the project's website, www.kickinghorsecanyon.ca. Total solar eclipse expected to mesmerize North America. A total solar eclipse is set to captivate spectators across Canada, the United States, and Mexico as the moon aligns between Earth and the Sun, enveloping parts of the continent in temporary darkness on Monday, April 8th. Canadian Space Agency astronaut David St. Jacques emphasized the importance of eye protection as individuals prepare to witness this extraordinary event firsthand. In Canada, the path of totality for the solar eclipse will traverse through select cities and towns in Ontario, Quebec, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, PEI, and Newfoundland. These regions will be engulfed in darkness for a few minutes, offering an awe-inspiring display of nature's grandeur. Meanwhile, areas outside of that path of totality will experience a partial solar eclipse, allowing observers to glimpse the sun partially obscured by the moon. Excitement builds as astronomers and enthusiasts eagerly wait the breathtaking phenomenon unfolding across North American skies. And that's it for Global News. Back to you, Ms. Abby and Jen.
Thank you for the news updates, Glorife.
Before introducing our guest for our pilot episode, oh my goodness, when I say pilot episode,
Yes.
I know that we're going to do this more and more. We have an exciting treat for all our live viewers, both local and international. It's the Amazing Giveaway!
Attention all viewers, get ready for an amazing giveaway exclusively for you. In appreciation of your incredible support, we're thrilled to offer you an exciting opportunity to win Seafood City gift cards in our amazing giveaway. Winning is easy. Just follow these simple steps. Like and follow our Facebook page, A&G Associates, and Golden Gate Media. Spread the joy by hitting that share button on this live video. Tag or mention 3 of your friends in the comment section below. Lastly, subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching for Golden Gate Media. It's that simple. Follow all 4 steps and you could be one of our lucky winners. But hold on, international viewers, there's something special for you too. Share this video far and wide because the person with the most shares will win an incredible international prize. So what are you waiting for? Follow all 4 mechanics, spread the word, and get ready to win big in our amazing giveaway.
Be sure to follow the mechanics to qualify. Exciting prizes are up for grabs, brought to you by our sponsors in partnership with Golden Gate Media, which provides the following services:
social media management, web design and development, photo and video productions, digital content creation. All right, Jam. So premiere episode, and what we do in premiere episode is something impactful, specifically into the community.
Because, Golden Gate is not just about, this digital creation. It's also about making a lasting impact in the community.
Amazing. And that is exactly the whole point of season 3, is really what impacted or created a dent into the community. That's what we're trying to highlight at this episode. And one thing that is really, really important for these guests for today is the impact that he is doing, or he did and continually doing, into the area in Calgary that is almost forgotten.
Yes, it's actually one of the bulwarks of my work before. I was a youth counselor in Forest Lawn area for a very long time here at Forest Lawn High School. So it is my privilege to be rubbing elbows again with this great gentleman who is
the president of the Forest Lawn Association. And a little background for you guys, in Calgary, Forest Lawn, it has a history in our community. And Jem and I are the few believers that there is so much that we can do good into this community. And it just takes one guy or one person that would have stood up, who believes that a magic can be done into this forgotten part of the city. Ladies and gentlemen, let's set the stage for an incredible discussion. Join us in giving us a warm, all good welcome to our guest of honor on this premiere episode of All Good Show, Mr. Gar Gar. Thank you. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Have a seat into our blue hot seat.
This is my favorite color. So
it suits then.
And I know we are up for a very interesting discussion today.
Yes.
But before we hear our guest's fascinating insights, let's take a short breather and stay with us to witness our guest in the forefront. We'll be right back with more from All Good.
Step into beauty's embrace at Eden Spa and Skin Clinic, where every moment is a celebration of your unique beauty. Discover a curated collection of treatments, each designed to accentuate your natural radiance, tailored to bring out the best in you. Eden Spa and Skin Clinic. Your journey to beauty begins here.
Back with All Good Season 3. Let's continue our conversation with our special guest, Gar Gar.
Yes, and I'd like to shoot the first question. I know that the Forest Lawn area is, fondly or mislabeled as the hood of the city, right? So what can you say about that, Gar Gar?
absolutely. I think I see Forest Lawn actually as the hub, and I see it actually as the first point of where everybody meets the diversity. A lot of people that comes to Canada come from different reasons, whether running away or finding something. One thing that I know for sure, they're looking for hope. And as you see Forest Lawn, I usually say the first stopping point of what Canada defines, and that's the diversity.
Yes.
And that's something that I always took. And the first time I came to Canada, we moved to Forest Lawn, and then 2 days later, I was given my first bike here in Canada by my neighbor. Now, that time I didn't even know English, I didn't even know about the country, But that was the welcoming point that I saw this new country, and instantly I felt that I was home. So definitely, I think Forest Land brings a lot of opportunities and brings a lot of definitions of what Canadian hopes is, or what Canadian dreams will look like. However, because of those stigma, definitely you have it well. That's the first time when we talked with someone from back home and here, they start saying, we didn't believe that you guys came and lived in the hood. You know, there's no opportunities here. There is a lot of issues. So that always been in my mind, and my story is always trying to run away to find home. So that's where I start saying, wait a second, I think there's nowhere else to run. So how can we make this is it, and let's make it home.
Exactly.
And that's where I started.
I don't know if Gar would remember this, but there was, I think, a couple of years back. I live in Applewood area, right? So he was doing his campaign at that point, walking into our streets. There was a point that he was running for council, and I've never been so excited to see someone representing the Forest Lawn to run for council at that time. I know it didn't materialize, but then the effort that he had placed into that was not forgotten. You know, the people in Applewood are still waiting. When is Gar gonna come up again so that we could be able to support him into that? With what you said, that finding home when you move to Calgary, Gar, is really important. Specifically now that we have Google. So when people back home Google where we live, they are the one who's branding us that you are living into the hood of the city. That's where all the crimes is happening. I have those. And the question is, why?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's good things that are happening, but they're not being echoed or seeing that impact. And this is one of the best examples, the all good, and finding the goods in the community. I think a lot of times when something bad, one thing happened, it takes over the mask. So you're right. First time when I Googled it, it was like the shooting, the issues. And you're like, where's the one thing that happened? Last year we had this amazing community carnivals. We have this. So that's where we start building and even echoing that into the community and saying, is there is an opportunity where when something good happened, is there is opportunity to celebrate it together? And that totally shifts the conversation, because
it does.
Like you said, a lot of people from back home, even moving from different provinces here, when they see the first thing is like the rating, and then we see shooting, you cannot come in. So you're right on.
And I think that's what you said is so perfect, because it reframes what Forest Lawn is. Forest Lawn is a starting point. It's a beautiful starting point. And you have made a lot of changes in the community as well. And I think I'd like to link it up with your story of starting here. Can you tell us about your bike initiative? What is it called and what are you doing?
Absolutely. So it's called YYC Kids Right. We started the initiative during COVID. So prior to that, we used to cook pizza at home. My kids love pizza. And we started it at home. One of my neighbors saw it and they're like, can you guys cook us one? And from there, we start saying, how would it be a better way to engage with the community? So we start providing pizza. And one time we provided one pizza to a family in Falconbridge, and we noticed 5 kids playing with one bike. So they will take turns and stuff. And 2 things echoed. Like, one is the excitement to see those kids don't even see the COVID effect and trying to be kids. And when we talk to the family, they're like, you know, we're trying to put a food on the table, trying to pay bills. Like, bike will be the last thing. We were glad that our neighbor is allowing our kids to play together. So as we came back, it was the anxiousness and also the social distancing. That time there was, so we saw that as a big issue. So we posted on Facebook and we're like, hey, we're looking for a couple of bikes. Can you guys provide? That's where we saw the true spirit of the community. That kindness within a second flew to snowball. So from 5 bikes, the first time we did giveaway in Canada Day was almost 300 bikes.
What? 300 bikes!
And it all started from making pizza in your own countertop and delivering that to your table, to your neighbor. You know, I always believe in the power of compassion, and I always believe in the power of giving. And most of the givers that we've known through the history, they are not the rich people. They are not the people that have everything in this world. Instead, they've tried something that makes them happy, and they're willing to open their hearts to share the same feeling to the community. And that is exactly, I think, how I describe Gar in a nutshell.
Yes.
You know what I mean? How many kids do you have, Gar? Just out of curiosity
Yeah,
here.
so we were blessed to have 5 kids. So
Look at
yeah.
Nice
3
big family.
Yeah, 3 boys and 2 girls.
Look at that. Look at that.
Okay, and I don't know if you're actually aware, but the bike movement actually started the snowball effect.
That's
Yes.
right.
After giving away those bikes, so during that time in the Forest Lawn area, there started after the bike giving, people tried to do this also with computers.
Yes.
And I know that it was a good initiative that started in Father Lacombe and in Forest Lawn,
That's right.
where companies were also bringing in. So they used the same theory. We did a call out, and then suddenly we had this big donations of computers, and it all started with the bikes movement.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. So it looks like the denominator becomes YYC kids.
It
Yes.
is.
And I think that's where the common was, is how to see kids prosper. And rather than seeing them as surviving, is thriving. And
Yeah.
I think that came, so that one actually we opened the YYC Kids Learn. So it happened also during COVID, where
Yes.
when we went to the schools, they were start reaching out to us and they're like, hey, those kids are not coming to school. There's something going on, and I mean online, because everybody shifted online.
Correct.
Yes.
And we found out the same families we were helping provide them food hampers. So the biggest issues was the devices being the biggest obstacles.
It is.
Indeed.
And and then so once again we did the call out,
Yes.
and sooner or later we started receiving the donated computers, like laptops, iPads, and that shifted. And in fact, we had one veteran that came in. He's a tech, and he started actually refurbishing those computers.
That is
And
so amazing.
yeah, it shifted the game. I mean,
It does.
yeah,
It
I-
does.
Yeah.
And I know, sorry to cut you off, Jam, and I know that you have started a youth center as well. And this is where my excitement really is, because I always believe for our youth that they can achieve better if they are provided with resources. Can you talk about your youth center?
Absolutely. Yeah, I started it because I started it first as a youth advocate. And as you remember, just a couple of walks here, a couple of minutes, we always have these, looking into north, we see the Marlborough Mall.
Yes.
And Marlborough Station. Those used to be, as a 17 years old and a half, used to be my spot where we didn't have anything in the community, so we'll go stand there for 5 minutes. And as I look, I see the barriers that I had, and a lot of things that becomes an issue to the
Yeah.
youth. So we started as youth advocacy, youth grassroots, and then later we opened the first Youth Empowerment and Skills Center in Forest Lawn. So now this is the first and only youth center in Forest Lawn that actually started even serving the greater Forest Lawn. And we have always seen over 50 to 100 kids coming in through our doors.
Wow.
And even with the new basketball court that is just opening this spring, we are anticipating to see more youth engaging. And it takes them from vulnerability to accessibility as an empowerment.
It is.
And that's one of the things definitely I think that we see having an impact. It's always having the youth having a proactive. We take 2 pillars of approach, empowerment and through employment and education. And I think being one of those, but definitely I think vulnerability becomes one of the main obstacles to them, whether joining gang, whether committing illegal issues. So
Yes.
tackling that through
Yeah.
providing them a safe place to call home.
I'm so happy that you mentioned vulnerability, because as immigrants ourselves, we're vulnerable in trying to find how can we be included into these foreign traditions and foreign cultures and stuff like that. And it's really hard. And I tell you what, it's language alone is one of the biggest barrier that we have to overcome so that we could be able to become a part of society. So understanding the vulnerability of this youth, trying to kind of find a resource in trying to overcome that vulnerability is really powerful to me, because how many people would have that idea to even look at the vulnerability? Like for example, the bike. Oh, we'll just provide bikes so that they have something to use and just have fun. But there's a deeper intention in here, which is really what I like, and that's why Gemini was talking about this. And if it's for the support of youth, for education and bridging that gap, for them to finally understand that there are ways on how to find proper inclusion.
And I think you captured it where there's a domino effect. You can't just answer one problem, right? Okay, it started with a pizza, then with a bike, then with the learning needs, until you become, this immersive environment that really supports and uplifts this youth.
Absolutely.
Can you tell us how people can contact you? How can they help your initiatives?
Absolutely. So I think, starting, it looks like a one fight uphill battle, but one of the things that is cool, and that's one of the main reason why I'm blessed to, call myself Canadian, Albertan, Calgarian, is always seeing that you wrap around and coming back to the aspects of it, taking a village to raise a child.
Correct.
I see it as a one family where,
Indeed.
The exact question that you said, a lot of people always, they say, I don't have enough. I'm not rich, but I'm here to help.
Correct.
And I know it's paying it forward.
Yeah.
So definitely that's the biggest sources of the support that we get from the community. Is always uplifting and finding those. And there's no doubt, when you peel one issue, it's like peeling an onion.
Yes.
Finding another,
Layer
opening a
after
door.
layer.
Yes.
Yeah.
A can of worm.
Absolutely.
Just
And
coming out.
And it's never ending. But also the never ending one is exactly what you said, always how you can help. And I think that's the best gift we had. So basically, so definitely right now we have the operational managers that is leading it. I even stepped back a little bit as an advisory committee. I became an intern executive where I'm helping leading a new generation, and also I think providing leadership guidance and bringing in new, and now to tell the youth to own that and how to lead it. So we just had a new brand new executive that is youth. I'm trying to train them hopefully within 2 years to see that team coming together.
Amazing.
And that's the best part, and looking back and seeing it evolving. There is the Youth Center website, so if you go to Facebook and the type Youth Empowerment and Skills Center, they're able to get it from Facebook. There is Yes Center from the Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah.
And also there's yescenters.com, or they can just go info@yescenter.ca. And they should be able to, or they can contact through the phone number.
As well as
absolutely.
And all those information will be linked down below on this conversation as well.
I think we can talk forever because there's so much work to be done.
Yes.
But we have to end here, so thank you for that enlightening discussion.
As we close this first segment of the interview, we're thrilled to announce that with Season 3, All Good has undergone a magnificent evolution as it is introducing our brand new segment, the AG Spotlight.
So every week we'll showcase talented performers from around the country, adding an extra layer of excitement and diversity to our show. So stay tuned as we bring you our guest performer for this week right after the commercial break.
We'll return with more of All
Good!
Macro Financial, your financial solutions made simple. At Macro Financial, we understand the importance of offering assistance when you need it most. Personal loans, emergency loans, first-time home buyer deposits, and fly now, pay later options. Get the support you need. Macro Financials, empowering your financial journey. Welcome to Golden Gate Media, your gateway to innovative multimedia. We create captivating experiences that elevate your brand. Photo and video production, social media management, content creation, digital marketing, event promotion, and media relations. Unlock the potential of your brand. Contact us today and step into the world of innovative multimedia.
Welcome back from the break. Everyone, we're about to take All Good to new heights with an exciting addition to Season 3. Get ready for the debut of our guest co-host feature. And that's not all. We're also introducing a brand new segment, the AG Spotlight.
Live from the Empire, we're delighted to introduce our very first guest co-host, the multi-talented Zandy Camille. Zandy will be your guide through the mesmerizing AG Spotlight, where we'll showcase the extraordinary talent week after week. Now let's give a warm round of applause to our special guest and co-host, Zandy Camille.
Thank you very much, Miss Abby and Miss Jens. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to AG Spotlight, where we shine a light on the brightest talents across the globe. I'm Zandy Camille, thrilled to be your guest co-host for this segment, live from the Empire. So we have an incredible treat for you. It's time to turn up the volume and let the spotlight shine on these phenomenal performers. Let's make some noise for John Nation Movers.
Abusadamente.
Mas só que a profissão das minas é
Abusadamente, ela vai batendo, ela vai sentando, ela vai quicando, ela vai batendo, ela vai quicando, ela vai sentando.
abusadamente, ela vem batendo, bum, bum, ela vem quicando, bum, bum, ela vem tremendo, bum, 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 bum. Abusadamente.
Abusadamente. Aumenta essa porra aí, é tudo na conta.
Tell them where I'm from, finger on the pump, make the 6 straight jump from SoCal, Hollywood to the slums, chronic smoke, get burnt by the California sun on the west side, East Coast where you at, just got to New York like a net on a jet to London, to Brazil, to Quebec, like the whole damn world took effect to Ferg, tell them lay back, slow down, better represent when we come to your town, so lay back, slow down, what you represent when we come to your down, say, get in with the business when I come from Kansas City, hit Manila till it's Christmas, out to India, visit Puerto Rico, is this wizard, bring my people back to Venice, LA got the people saying, la 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 la, Moscow saying, la 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 la, España.
Hindi ako magpipigil. Tataya lahat, hindi magtitipid. Gagawin ang dapat kong gawin. Alam ko na magagawa ko rin. Balang araw maging icon. Gusto ko kagaya ko si Idol. Malam Michael Jordan nung ma-high score. Kilalang magaling pagdating sa ring. Kasama na sa laro, natural lang madapa, natural lang matalisod, natural mabutata. Di ka dapat atitina, di ka dapat mauga, di ka dapat ang ihina, di nila pwede makita. Kung matalo manalo, hanapin kung saan ka mali, para malaman mo rin kung saan mo kailangan magbawi. Yung pinakamagaling na ikaw, paano palabasin? Dapat ay wala kang pagkakataon na palalabasin.
What an amazing performance by Jan Nation Movers. Your energy and talent were off the charts. Bravo, ladies! As we wrap up this segment, we're heading back to the All Good studio for the second half of our guest interview. And of course, thank you so much, OMG Style Collections, for my outfit for today, and Skin Laser Genesis, Shifty Express, Ajon Project, and Cleopatra Essence of Skincare. Thank you so much. Stay tuned after the commercial break. This is Sari Camille, your guest co-host for the AG Spotlight.
Step into beauty's embrace at Eden Spa and Skin Clinic, where every moment is a celebration of your unique beauty. Discover a curated collection of treatments, each designed to accentuate your natural radiance, tailored to bring out the best in you. Eden Spa and Skin Clinic. Your journey to beauty begins here.
Welcome back from the break, everyone. We hope you enjoyed the mesmerizing performance on the AG Spotlight.
Now let's get back into our interview and keep the positive energy flowing. Welcome back, Gar.
A pleasure having me.
So, now my next question is, if you were speaking to a youth right now, what advice would you give to them?
I will give them the same advice that I took from my dad, which is always telling us that you can create something from nothing. And
I love that.
Yeah, that's what I can simply tell them. And saying that, but the beauty of it is that we live in a country or a city that has more opportunities. So you can create from those opportunities endless things that you can imagine. And with their dreams and only having determinations, those are the two things that can always lead them. It's not going to be an easy road, but it's going to be a choice. It's going to be a tough choices whether they face it. And I put myself into those choices. Like Abby said earlier, you know, as you come, so when I came 17 and a half, I didn't know how to speak English.
Yes.
So it was like now knowing how to speak English, now learning a new culture, and now always trying to find even how does the law look like here. Because in back home, it's totally different law.
We are the law.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's totally different.
Yes.
But yeah, one thing that I can always tell them is always having a choice, regardless to what outcomes to what they're facing. It's always having a choice, and once they have that choice, if they choose to work through it, I always describe it to the youth as like working out. When they go to gym, I think there's just that moment when they feel the pain. That could be the gain. And sometimes those are the blessing that I saw. I would never, if this one person asked me, if you go back, what you will change? I tell them nothing, because those tough times created who I am today.
True.
And it showed me even the mentors that I found along the way.
Yeah.
And those tough choices, those becomes more like solving a puzzles, where sometimes it just takes time, but it's one. And always having support. They have a community that is like a village, that there will always be someone there to guide them. Is just knowing how to find, and always telling them, don't wait. Reach out to the community. Don't see that as a vulnerability. There will always be someone, an elder. So I'll always tell them, once again, you have opportunities and you have a choice. And those are tough choices, but you have an entire community to guide you.
So
Amazing.
again, to all the youth, especially to the Filipino youth who are watching right now, kung kayo ay nangangailangan ng tulong, of course, you know where to go. It's to the YES. Okay?
Yeah.
The Youth Empowerment Center.
Yeah.
Okay? So you can reach out through their Facebook and through their website.
I like what he said to the youth as well. And if I'm a youth right now watching Gar speaking those words, there's one thing that he mentioned in there. It's the choice. You have to make a choice. It's either you choose to be like right where you are right now forever, or a choice to take a step to move forward and to find out more what you can do in your life, in your community, and in this world. Right? Absolutely. So thank you for that, Car.
Yes.
So
now I'm going to ask you to give a shout out. What is your advice to the people who want to volunteer? I know that when we talk about volunteers, especially in the Forest Lawn area, they're already thinking, oh my gosh, I don't have anything to give. Right? What can you say to those volunteers and possible sponsors?
Absolutely. You know, I had the privilege to be the president of Forest Lawn Community Association, and it was more of like stepping out of your comfortable zone. So when I stepped out, exactly what you said, I was like, what to give?
Yes.
And what I found out, even just giving your time and passion is the most incredible, and it works so good. And that's the one thing that we see missing. It's always finding those. I know the volunteers don't have time, and it's not the money but the passion to serve.
Correct.
And I think that's the one thing that we always echo. So our upcoming YYC Kids Right, for example, we're hoping this year to encompass different volunteering. And I think it gives the chance not only for those youth to see who is giving them the bike, but this year we wanted to see them getting it from somebody that they can look up to. So from the business community, from the leadership community, from the mentorship community, and just when they get the bike and they're happy, and somebody telling them one good advice or empowerment to say, you can do it. I think that will be the first time and the last time. I still remember my first bike, as I call it, my Lamborghini.
With two wheels,
exactly.
Lambo with two
Lambo
wheels.
With two wheels.
Yeah.
So that's the best thing. So definitely we're looking for volunteering, but we're looking to find opportunities to echo the positive within the community.
Correct.
So a lot of times comes in, Forest Lawn was working on something called Taste of Forest Lawn that we did last time.
Taste of Forest Lawn.
I'm so excited.
I love it.
Don't we have it every year though?
Yeah, we're now hoping to have it every year, and then expanding on it, inviting the business community coming in to see, and then also with the youth, where if there is one big help is trying to get them employment. And I think as I met some youth, as I work in my new job even that I work in full time, it's a community mobilizer, and what we do is basically trying to get connection with the community, connecting community, and building even the trust and between the CPS and the community, and building connections, and being proactive and seeing how the community and the CPS can work together in serving the community. So one of them that I work there is working with the youth, and a lot of common things that I saw is the youth saying they need jobs, or sometimes it's too late when the youth is thinking for their first job at the age of 18 is too late. It's how do we encourage them to look at those accountability, responsibility, time management as the age even of 14, how they can get their first job.
It's the goal setting that they need. They need guidance into that. And I think part of your prayer is being answered, because at A&J Associates, we have another component, another pillar of what we do, which is Ascent Employment Services. So it would be a partnership that I can see is something that we could help out and to reach out for your kids, for, you know, if they're looking, because we prepare also trainings for them so that they could be able to kind of, you know, see the importance of setting that goal and not looking for a job at 18. You have to work in finding a job at 18 when you're 16 or when you're 15, so that you would see the importance of that. And that is exactly what we do at Ascent. So I think it's a partnership that I can see that we could be able to do here.
So shout out to all the local community businessmen and businesswomen. If you are curious about how to employ this youth, you can contact us actually, so we could give you ideas also on what it entails. A lot of people are scared to employ youth because they think, you know, there's so much training to be done and all of that. But we're already looking at a possible tie-up where we'll be giving them the skills that you are worried about.
The training and stuff like that,
And now I would like to ask, like my last question, if there is anything about the Forest Lawn that you said there's not enough good press about the Forest Lawn, what is that one thing that you'd want to let our viewers all over the world know about the beautiful Forest Lawn?
Yeah, I think if there's any best place that you can call, invest, and raise home for your kids and family, we would like to see the dream to be the Forest Lawn, where they can go to school, play, and work. We tried our work, so currently, so far, we built almost a $1 million park in the back of Forest Lawn Community Center, where now there's a basketball, there's a place to come and sit, watch your kids play, and move on. We're hoping to see it, but the reality is like every time you try to do this, even when Abby said I try to knock on the doors, is being part of the table, being part of the advocacy, and changing those policies. So definitely, I think it comes back into how to shift moving from a rental place to rent and stay, and it's sad because as soon as a family find home or money to buy home, they try to run away.
Yeah.
That was sad because when those kids end up coming back, so you'll see kids living in Chestermere, they still the way come back to Forest Lawn. And we're like, this is exactly like the story of refugee that I've been in, where every time my mom will say, like, this is not your home, we're gonna move on tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I put myself in, I was like, no, we're not moving no more. Like, this is home. This is it.
Home.
Yeah.
I think something interesting about Forest Lawn area is all the food. All the best food in the city.
That's right.
Is here.
Yeah.
All the best groceries are here. And it's true, I know a lot of people who move away from this northeast area, and they still come to take their groceries from here.
Because this is home.
Yeah.
This is home in the first place. And I agree to what Jem has said, because if we're craving for an authentic delicacy or a dish, you find it at Forest Lawn. 17th Avenue is where you go.
That's right. Yeah, it's the International Avenue.
It
is. We always wanted it, and we promised, and we're hoping one day that we will have the International Avenue cuisine where like everybody is invited just to come and taste it.
Exactly.
And see, so the International Avenue will be the go-get-to. If
is.
somebody has to travel to Calgary for tourism or something, I would say the first place is to go to will be International Avenue before anywhere else.
Indeed.
Yes.
So now we are wrapping up, and we want to thank our guest for sharing his insights and positivity today. So we thank you so much for changing the face of Forest Lawn. And don't forget, this is our last call to enter the amazing giveaway.
Or a dish. You find it at Forest Lawn. 17th Avenue is where you go.
That's right. Yeah, it's the International Avenue.
It
is. We always wanted it, and we promised, and we're hoping one day that we will have the International Avenue cuisine where like everybody is invited just to come and taste it.
Exactly.
And see, so the International Avenue will be the go-get-to. If
is.
somebody has to travel to Calgary for tourism or something, I would say the first place is to go to will be International Avenue before anywhere else.
Indeed.
Yes.
So now we are wrapping up, and we want to thank our guest for sharing his insights and positivity today. So we thank you so much for changing the face of Forest Lawn. And don't forget, this is our last call to enter the amazing giveaway.
Last call alert, all good viewers, our amazing giveaway is wrapping up, and we want you to snag those Siput City gift cards before it's too late. Here's a quick rundown on how to dive into the fun. Like and follow our Facebook page, A&G Associates, and Golden Gate Media. Spread the love by sharing this live video. Tag or mention 3 amigos in the comments section. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, search Golden Gate Media. And for our global viewers, the top sharer takes home an incredible international prize. Hurry! Follow all 4 steps to maximize your chances of winning big.
Stay tuned for the winner's announcements. We will share it on our Facebook page, A&G Associates. Rest assured, we'll also personally notify you.
Also, don't forget to follow and subscribe to the social media accounts of Golden Gate Media, Facebook Golden Gate Media, TikTok at goldengatemedia.ca, YouTube Golden Gate Media.
And if you missed our previous episodes, you can watch all of them on our YouTube channel.
Now we've reached that time, Gar. Any last words to our community so that you would be able to enlighten them and to give more or shed more light to the International Avenue in Calgary?
Absolutely. I think, yeah, I always say, you know, first I thought Canada or Calgary has chosen me, but until I got the chance to live and provide and serve this community, now I feel proud to say I actually chose this community to raise my kids in, to invite anyone in, but also to welcome the entire community and the entire universe. And I say this because I hope even it can go outside beyond the world to know that Forest Lawn is the force that can never be reckoned with.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
Just try.
Yeah.
And
try
now
and
to
come
celebrate
in.
that forest that to be reckoned with, the light and hope of the Northeast, we give this bottle, this exclusive bottle, to you to celebrate. This is a sparkling. So it's a non-alcoholic sparkling.
Yeah.
All good.
All good,
In
yes.
East Calgary.
Yes, all good. All
Thank
good.
you.
Is there any upcoming events that is coming on to the spring and the summer, Gar, that you would like to tell our viewers?
Absolutely. So yeah, at the end of the spring, we have the YYC Kids Ride coming up.
Okay.
And then we have the Taste of Forest Lawn also. We'll be hosting it again in this summer.
Okay.
And then lastly also we're trying to get the neighborhood day to be the bigger one in Forest Lawn. That will in campus. We are currently in the process of doing a parade, a bike parade in Forest Lawn.
Yay!
We would love to.
Multicultural parade.
Absolutely.
I would
So-
love that. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
So the parade, the Taste of Forest Lawn. We will link all their website into this live. To our viewers, so that you could be able to see what events are coming up into the Forest Lawn area.
And before we sign off, a huge thank you goes out to our guest and co-host, Zandy Camille. Thank you.
And that's a wrap for today's episode, signing off with positivity in every line.
Remember to join us every Thursday at 5 p.m. for another journey into brightness and delight.
Until next time, stay positive, keep it good.
As it should.
Let the goodness within set the mood where every moment feels
all good.